Here at the Masters already for Casey. Actually, last year in the first round shot an 81, so much improved here in the 2020 version so far. All the way on the left-hand side, try to create some angle to that back hole location. And that'll feed its way down into that little valley there. That will be a familiar spot for the players today.
And back at the third, one of the few to hit an iron down here is Woods.
Old school, Frank.
Yes, very much so.
Yeah.
That's the old school front hole location. Lay it up and play a good wedge philosophy.
It worked last year and 4 other times before that. 5-time Masters champion.
You have advantage, Frank. No wind today. It's not sometimes tough to pull the club on the third.
Bryson, watch out.
that was nearly,
oh, my goodness.
Nearly the way to make a 3. Oh, my. Wow, what a beautifully played bunker shot. Wonderful thump, but I gave him a hard time on the second shot, but he recovered well to get full praise from me on that one.
Wow. Part of that ball hanging over the lip. He'll escape in the end with a par. Let's get back to 14.
And Westwood with a chance to get it to 5 under. Great start out in 31. Birdies 2, 3, 5, 8, and 9. Gave one back. Found the bunker at 12. Made bogey there. So, more than likely a par for Westwood. Playing in his first Masters since 2017. Top 8 finishes and 8 appearances from 2010 to 2017. That includes those 2 runner-up results. He'll go to the 15th tee a little disappointed. Paul Casey, magnificent day as he finishes up on the first 9. Webb Simpson as well. Alone at 5 under. Bright sunshine. It's turned into a beautiful afternoon in Augusta. Xander
Schauffele high on the hill, just 174 left for his second though. Spectacular drive. Many have Xander in their top 5 chances this week. This is Brooks Koepka. Would say many have him in the top 5 as well, getting ready on the range. 5th Masters appearance, and as Jim mentioned earlier with Dustin Johnson, a co-runner-up to Tiger last year. 4 players in the last 2 groups landed in the water at 12. Up to 5.
And Rahm for birdie.
Yeah, straightforward run up the hill.
He got off to a messy start with a par at 10, but then bogeys at 11 and 12. But a nice recovery. Be at 4 under with 4 holes to play.
Yeah, Jim, it takes a little while to get the right intensity of the day with, you know, so much talk, so much build up.
And 2 holes in 1 for the week in the practice rounds of John Rahm.
One impossible one that you'll never see again on the 16th. The skipping across the pond round into the back left corner.
To 13.
And this is the big fella, Jason Kokrak. Had his first PGA Tour win last month. He's been close many, many times. Lots of times second and third. Oh, and a spectacular second in here from the trees. Just a wonderful long iron. And an easy birdie to go to 2 under par. Jason in the group with Xander Schauffele and Henrik Stenson as we head back over to 3.
Well poised, Woods.
Frank, first time we've seen a flagstick blow a little bit in the breeze. 130 to the front, 135 to the hole, pitching wedge.
We'll hang on the front. At least he knows where to miss it, though. At worst, it's just a putt up the hill. No stress. To 5.
Slam it up the big slope.
Yeah, it's a good climb. You can see it's little more than knee high, and that's beautifully judged.
Well, Bryson came the closest to making birdie out of that group. Let's go to 4.
And Paul Casey trying to get to 7 under and extend his lead.
Third shot for Webb Simpson at the 7th. He found the trees off the tee. 7th, one of those holes at Augusta National that can really sneak up on you. Narrow driving hole as we go back to 13.
John Rahm tapped back at the 5th as we watch Xander up the hill. So many coming up short there. But an easy birdie moves him to 3 under par. Playing in his 3rd Masters, and he too, along with Koepka and Dustin Johnson, tied 2nd last year. Over to 15.
And Lee Westwood set to play here. A lot of players been trying to play a fade off of this 15th, try and keep it down the right side. And if that takes a straight bounce, it should be absolutely perfect. Westwood's been playing some good golf over on the European Tour.
Six playing at 196 yards today. Hole back left. That's a 6 iron.
Wow, amazing. After all that rain, every little slope, it still magnifies the roll.
Back to 4.
Casey cleaning up at the par 3. Stays 1 in front of Webb Simpson.
We're back at 6. You look from behind the green back up the hill. DeChambeau. And the final member of this grouping is Oosthuizen. Louis at 4 under. Paul Casey, the leader. Simpson 1 back. Tiger, Rahm, Westwood, and Oosthuizen.
Could use Bryson's ball as a lovely marker and just try and turn a little draw in, but you cannot go long here at the 6th. Given up on it.
Yeah, he sure did.
That means a miss hit. Necked it.
He'll have some distance to travel. To 7.
See if Webb Simpson can save par, scramble for a 4. And does. The 35-year-old who had his best Masters finish a year ago with a tie for 5th. That included a 64 in the 3rd round. And he stays 1 back in the opening round at 5 under.
And Casey with the driver at the 5th.
Well, with his newfound Pete Costas length. Wow, that's.
And a good tee shot right there. As we take a look at the leaderboard here in the first round of the Masters. Paul Casey at 6 under. And Webb Simpson 1 shot back. And then Tiger Woods, the defending champion. Jon Rahm, Louis Oosthuizen, Lee Westwood, all at 4 under par. On down the list, Matt Kuchar, Jason Kokrak, Patrick Reed, Tony Finau, and then Bryson DeChambeau there at 1 under, along with Cabrera Bello, Jason Day, Jazz Jane Wadananan, Mike Weir, Charles Howell III. Gary Woodland has been battling a hip injury at 1 under, along with Scotty Scheffler, Kevin Kisner, and Charles Howell there. Even par, the veteran Larry Mize got off to a good start. Birdied the first couple of holes. Siwoo Kim, Henrik Stenson, Jimmy Walker, Canadian Corey Connors, and Graham McDowell and Vijay Singh. Matt Wallace all at +1. Adam Hadwin and Shane Lowry. Ian Poulter, Charles Schwartzel, Kevin Na, Jordan Spieth, and on the far right side of that leaderboard, the asterisk indicating players that teed off at the 10th hole. As we go up to 12, and Jason Day is putt for birdie. That was a pretty good putt there, but not to be. Now, out at the first, Kang, this is second. Well,
career slam, and given all of the various storylines, this false start and Bryson DeChambeau and Tiger off last year's victory and on down the list, not a great deal of conversation about Rory. Maybe that's not the worst thing for Rory.
Well, as we said, going under the radar just a bit. Being in November, a different animal, so to speak. It might be just a good enough change of pace to get him going. But he's been vocal about the lack of fans has been detrimental to him. Not enough energy out there.
Yeah, he taps into that energy. When you see Rory get that bounce, that's what his playing competitors would say. That's when he gets pretty scary. Out to 6.
And Oosthuizen.
I need a full pivot on this one, Vern, to get this up the hill. Yeah, it's so difficult. It is just one of the steepest sections of any of the greens on the golf course.
I can only imagine. Let's go back to 3.
Another chance for birdie for Woods.
It's actually a downhill swinger, just because this, oh my goodness, this green does tilt from front to back.
Traditionally a slow starter here at Augusta, only once has he broken 70 in the opening round. Often a fast finisher here. Good opening day. To 6.
Jon Rahm will be next. Rahm celebrated his 26th birthday on Tuesday. He'll tap in for his par 3 here. And we go to 15.
And Westwood's a second. Front right hole location. Not much wind to speak of.
Probably going to help him, Trevor, that breeze. Oh, wow. Oh, careful. Wow, that went miles.
And just caught that downslope behind the green, so kicked on even further.
I was just going to say, the wind did pick up, and it has maybe gone a fraction downwind on the 15th.
Xander Schauffele at the 14th. This from 142.
Should be able to bring this in from the left of that flag from that yardage. No, it's okay. It sticks there.
Yeah, that's one of the better approach shots we've seen today. Xander Schauffele, one of the favorites coming in. Justin Thomas back on the practice tee, getting ready. And Nick, your thoughts on Justin Thomas and his chances this week?
Yeah, another one that many like. You know, hits it high, nice fade, been playing nicely. And again, we're going to use this phrase a lot. Another one of the players coming under the radar after all the talk of the 48-inch driver can kind of grab the headlines.
Let's go over to 4.
And Tiger Woods.
Trevor, the breeze is coming a little bit from the player's left, plays 4 yards downhill. That's a 7-iron.
Oh, and that's beautifully played there, Dottie. Got it onto the correct level.
His distance control has been very, very good today.
And the 6th here is DeChambeau for birdie. Well, he stumbled off to a rocky start with a double bogey at the 13th hole. Made it come back. We go to 5.
And Paul Casey leads it by 1.
Yeah, that's a good. If it's not pulled, which it is.
Ooh,
yeah, you want to go left the flag if you can and fade it between the bunker and the hole location. Fade it in to get it to bite, but that was a pull, and obviously you've heard us say many times, pull always goes, professional pull goes further.
And here's Oosthuizen, this for his par. He'll leave here with a bogey. In all probability.
Yeah, that's harsh. You know, he horseshoed back to him on the 2nd. Good chance at 4. Hit a good putt, and then 1 bad shot and a quick 3 putt. So that'll deflate him a little bit.
12. -3. 3 back. We go to 15.
And Westwood just arriving at his ball here. Going to have probably 20 or 25 yards just to get to the green. Good news is that he does have an uphill lie and some green to work with, but anything that just sneaks past the hole needs to be very careful. Ball could roll right off the front of the green and into the water there.
Yeah, Trevor just wants let's go to 8.
Yeah, just over on the left side of the fairway is Webb Simpson. Sling a big 3-wood up there with some draw. Get it up to the front of the green.
Well, the one he hit on the 2nd was impressive, Ian, wasn't it? Hooked a 3-wood round the corner to 6 feet.
Yeah, amazing.
Wow.
Good safe shot there, though. Good angle.
Back at 15 with Westwood.
Yeah, Centro probably just landed on that upper plateau, isn't it? Just landed 3 paces on and just released it down.
Yeah, just one of those that flights down a little bit and grabs on that 2nd bounce.
Yeah, I'd go and have another look at this one. Double check your landing point. That's all he's looking at. Just get it over that edge of the green.
The lie is good, Nick, so should be able to get plenty of spin. So part of his game that he's worked really hard on throughout his career. just grabbed on him and stuck up there.
I was going to say 2 choices, perfect or overplayed it and gets too much spin.
Here's Casey at the 5th.
Let's see if he can match Bryson. Ah, must be an easy bunker shot, Jim.
Must be. I mean, those are 2 outstanding shots.
Look at that. For the man who put a Sharpie in his suitcase overnight. Rookie mistake.
Yeah.
Put a Sharpie in your travel bag.
We're at 14.
This was a moment ago. Jason Kokrak trying to get it to 3 under. And does. Nice effort from the big man. Now Xander Schauffele, who got a nice read off the Kokrak putt. Chance to get it to 4 under. So birdies at 11, 13, and now 14 after going out in 35. And Schauffele's at 4 under. Heading to the par 5 15th. And let's go there.
Westwood taking a look at what faces him here. Now has to putt down this ridge, breaking from his left-hand side. See a lot of players miss this putt to the right.
But the last thought in your mind, Trevor's just got to be pace, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you've read it, you've lined it up. Now just think, how hard am I going to hit this?
Stay up. Speed was pretty good, Nick.
It was excellent. Excellent. You've got to give yourself half a chance downhill.
Over at 13 now. One of 4 players who have their birthday, celebrate their birthday today, November 12, is Jason Day. 33 is Jason. In order of age, as they should go. Lucas Glover, 41. US Open champ. Ches Reavie, multiple winner on the PGA Tour. And Lucas and CT Pan actually played together today. First group out at 7 o'clock. CT 29.
Here at the 4th, Woods for birdie.
You ought to go to the right, a mirror image of the putt Shane Lowry hit just a few minutes ago.
And Dottie, even though he's played here numerous times, that one seemed to fool him there. He was waiting for it to break. But so far, a rock-solid start from the defending champion.
We saw Webb lay up to the right side here at the par 5 8th. Wonderful touch as Webb Simpson. Fantastic with the wedges. Another good one there.
And here at 15, Matt Kuchar for birdie. Had to lay up. Hit a beautiful wedge, and what a great up and down that is. So Matt Kuchar gets to 3. Justin Rose getting ready to go here. Tee times delayed because of the weather that came through this morning. And Justin's had some success here at the Masters. This is his 15th appearance.
Well, how about that? Just a tittle is a left edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing is easy here.
No.
Anything outside 2 feet, you have to think about it.
They're giving away pars out of that back bunker today. Now 7.
And center of the fairway. See how tight 7 is off the tee. Elevated green, surrounded by 5 bunkers.
Oh, wow.
And that will stay in the fringe.
Yeah, it makes a huge difference when it stays up in the fringe. It adds about 4 feet more break. You'll have to kind of go sideways and feed it down.
Tied for 9th last year, and now here's the danger, Nick. You can end up very easily in the pine straw in those trees.
Because you're trying to hit a fade down the 7th, and it slopes left to right, and you know you don't want to be in the left trees, so you overcook it either way. Where is he aiming? I can't see any windows there, Bill. Oh, we just saw the flag there, a glimmer. Oh, crunch. That hit something hard.
That is apparently, under the tower behind the green.
Oh, that's impossible then. That is trying to play that boldly and end up doing that, that is crazy.
Talk about crazy. Tiger on the 5th, a hole that he bogeyed all 4 days last year and still won the tournament.
Well, I did that at the 11th, my first time, Jim. It's great chatting. Oops. Well, that's an intentional big slicer into position. But we had a great time in the champions locker room this morning talking about driver. He said he used to, hit it that far when he was 20, and thanks to equipment, he hits it the same distance. So that's how he's kept up as he's got older.
There's the 1992 champion, Fred Couples, with his longtime instructor and former Houston teammate, Paul Marchand, out of the Madison Club in California. He's going to be playing today with Max Homa and Dylan Fritella. Fratelli, the 3rd member of that group, as we go back over to the 7th.
And Oosthuizen, comfortable spot off the tee. Has a nice record around here. One of the folks that knowledgeable people were kind of watching coming into the week. Back over to 6.
And Paul Casey. 7 iron. Oh, hole high. Just on the green. To 8.
Webb Simpson for birdie.
Trying to feed it down the hill. And will remain 5 under. 1 back of Paul Casey here in the opening round of the 84th playing of the Masters. A unique one indeed. As we head to you, Vern, at 16.
And on the tee, Mr. Westwood.
I deem this a difficult hole location. Right on the front. There's not much more than 4 paces left or right. So the ideal shots are landed about 1 o'clock, a little long.
That's an unusual pin placement.
Yeah, I've seen that
location.
I've only seen that the odd time. Sure
just about right.
Yeah. That's exactly where you want to aim. Just a smidgen right. If you get the full spin, you could bring it back to as Tiger did, to a foot from the hole.
Let's go to 7.
DeChambeau, let's see if he can work a little magic here after going over the green, and that's going to get hung up and not even get to the green.
Well, the harder he hit that one, it was going to go to the right, his right, and would have ended up possibly going off the front left corner of the green.
Has him shaking his head. Not a hole you can overpower, that's for sure. Now Rahm was disappointed
Well, he's
with
looking,
his.
Bill. He's looking out sideways because he's stuck on the fringe there. If that fallen onto the green, it would have been a straightforward putt. Still 4 or 5 feet of break, but now he's literally got to go 8-10 feet right.
Last 8 rounds, 28 under. That includes play so far today for Jon Rahm. Turned 26, as we mentioned on Tuesday. Of course, celebrated by hitting that remarkable hole-in-one, skipping it across the pond at 16.
Good light.
While we wait, let's go to 5.
Tiger is way back.
He has 208 just to get to the front, another 18 to the hole. That was a 4-iron. Breeze helping.
Oh, wow. Stands to be fun. Be a flamingo. He's enjoying himself, though.
Yeah.
You know, he's talk about old school, nowhere to hit it, and he's just about doing that.
He seems very loose. He's been very open-hearted and emotional, talking about how much that win meant to him last year. As we go back over to the 7th.
And John waiting for tee to clear at 8.
Just try and bite this and just land it a foot over that edge. And yeah, that's because it's a different surface around the greens. It'll be a different strike this week for the wedge players who choose wedges around for their chip in this week.
That was the tee at 3, by the way, that John was waiting on. Now Bryson, he's got this for par.
Yeah, important here not to get too carried away and hit it too firmly, trying to force a par out of it.
Just barely got on the green, and that will be a bogey for Bryson. So back to even. Started on the second 9, made that double at 13. Concluded the 9 with 36, and now back to even par. 15.
And Jason Kokrak second. Oh, that better sit down. And that has come out like a rocket and gone all the way over into the penalty area in front of the 16th. And Westwood just showing some pretty good footwork there to get out of the way, coming through.
Nice bit of sportsmanship as well. Put the tee peg down to Mark, so at least he knows where it's crossed.
And after laying up, here's Schauffele, one of the most difficult wedge shots in the world here. Oh, sit down. Oh, that is so fortunate to stay up on that little seam there.
And we're back at the 7th. Oosthuizen. This would get him to 4 under, 2 back.
Okay, scratch the head. Yeah, they're putting across a crown on the 7th green.
And back to 6.
And here is the leader, Paul Casey. Well, he's now the leader by 2 at 7 under par. Great first round going. We go to 16. Here's Lee Westwood. 43-year-old in the lead, and here's 47-year-old Lee Westwood. Couple of Englishmen. Nope. Lee remains at 4 under, but a good first round underway so far for him. We go back to 5.
Okay, the stance isn't too awkward.
Yeah.
No, you've hit shots like this before, and Jimmy mentioned that you thought he was a little bit loose out here. I would say maybe not loose, but really walking and playing with a purpose, but with a perspective about the opportunity he has this week and what happened last year. I think he's very calm.
Yeah, I agree, and he's confident. He knows exactly where to hit it. I mean, if you plot your way left or right of the flag sticks and you're able to do that, boy, do you make life easier. Careful.
Not gonna like that one, but
yeah,
you know they are.
Tried a bit of a, almost like the chip putt with the putter.
Not nearly as fiery as what you'd normally see, and so it comes to a quick halt on the tee at 9. Here's Simpson.
Oops.
Oh no.
That's gonna be jammed in the trees.
And back to 7.
Rahm for his 4.
Wow, I can't believe that didn't break.
He can't either.
Everything's going that way. It's steep across there.
So bogey for Shambo, bogey for Rahm. He's back to -3.
Yeah, it used to be a 2-iron and a wedge, the 7th. It's definitely not that now.
Here's Simpson at the 9th.
Yeah, it looks like he's really. Oh, that's into one of the deep bunkers at the front of the green. Okay, he's got room. Extremely deep in there. Good 8 feet deep.
15.
And Schauffele's birdie attempt on the way, and he was on the walk pretty quick there.
Back at 1, you see now the afternoon starters, as they were expected to be most of our broadcast coverage today before we had a delay. Phil getting his round underway. To the 7th.
Casey. Currently our leader by 2 here in this opening round. And that will just find the second cut. Fairway sloping left to right. 17.
Westwood on the tee with driver. Similar shape to the drive we saw off 13. Big high fade. This one top of the hill, perfect. Whole location today back right. Way back. Over to the opening hole.
Well, here he is, Colin Morikawa. Took the first major contested in 2020 at Harding Park in early August, and the PGA Championship. Making his Masters debut with this swing.
Looking for a fade. And pulling it left. Oh, that looks very tight if he's got any room.
Here's some just getting started in the afternoon wave. Hatton, who's played some terrific golf of late, and Adam Scott, the 2013 champion. And how about this group? Thomas Fitzpatrick and Koepka. And this one too. Dustin. Cantley, who threw 69 holes last year, actually had a share of the lead when he eagled the 15th on Sunday. And McIlroy, his 6th attempt here at Augusta to complete the career Grand Slam. We go back over to 9 as Webb Simpson's trying to finish his round.
Yeah.
Bunker save would be 67.
So he had to walk forward to get a glimpse of the bottom of the flag. You can work this way. It's on the second plateau, so got a chance to kind of slice it in there. Use some of the slope release ball. No. And as he catches the edge and then goes down onto gets stuck halfway down the hill, which is pretty unusual.
He's played a beautiful round of golf up to this point without any mistakes. Now back at 1. Phil came up short with his 3rd, and that'll cost him 1. He's had 2 starts in recent months, playing on the senior circuit, and he won both of them. But when he's come back and played in these couple of majors, PGA and US Open, and some tour events, hasn't been the same. Now, earlier at 5, Tiger saves par. That's his first par on the 5th hole since the final round of the 2018 Masters in competition here. Let's go to 15.
And Henrik Stenson. Shouldn't be too much in this coming back up the hill. And so that's a good 4 there on the par 5. Gets him to 1 under for the tournament. Missed the cut in his last 2 starts. So trying to get a little something going here.
And we're back at the 6th. Grouping of Woods, Shane Lowry, and the U.S. Amateur Champion of 2019, Andy Ogletree.
Vern, there is breeze up here on the top of the hill. The flagstick laying completely limp. That's a 6-iron for Tiger, trying to knock it down a little bit. It plays a half club down to that hole location.
He's hitting the shots, Dottie, isn't he?
He is. He's really in command.
Xander tapped in. I find Tiger's demeanor really welcoming. Let's go back to 9.
Well, Simpson comes here having made 3 birdies and an eagle. The eagle coming at the 2nd hole, his 11th of the day. No bogeys, and trying to keep 1 off the card here. Need to hold this long one.
Yeah. Webb is one of the few players, being a, let's say, medium length. How
about that?
That's why. One of the few players that doesn't get wound up, that is able to play his own game and let these bombers do their thing, because he's got one great club with that putter in his hand and a great strategist. So very comfortable in this situation.
He's got the 2nd longest active cut streak in major championship play going, behind Brooks Koepka, as we go to 17.
Perfect length, but it will be a tricky putt there for Westwood. Currently 4 under par. Hard to get to that hole location. Only 2 birdies so far today. Back at 9.
Matsuyama is 3 under. And just behind the hole with a great look at birdie in 68. That's it.
Looks like an Augusta's referee outfit, Jim.
Yeah, green stripes, of course. Mark Leishman, by the way, the 3rd member of this grouping, and he shot 2 under. So 67 Simpson, 68 Matsuyama, and 70 for Leishman. Good playing. Back to 7.
And here's Casey from that 2nd cut. Couldn't quite get it there. But 7's playing as the second most difficult hole on the course behind the 10th today. 16.
And from behind the tee, here's Xander Schauffele. 8-iron.
Game's in good shape this week, Vern. All they were working on is grip pressure. Wouldn't you like that? That's all he's got to worry about. He gets that right. He does that.
Yeah.
That's fine.
To 8.
Way up there, level at the top end of the bunker at 8 is Rahm. Oh, that's a beautiful shape. And a good opening to that back left flag. So, good shot. Here's Ricky Fowler. Always tends to play well here at Augusta. Oh, and a fortuitous little bounce there off the bank of the bunker, and he has an eagle putt. Hasn't been playing well coming in, so he too a little under the radar, one would think. But it's Paul Casey, 69, his previous best in an opening round here at the Masters. He leads the way at 7 under par by 2 over Webb Simpson, who's in the house with 67.
From the beginning, Mercedes-Benz has left its mark on performance, on safety, and on innovation. And now, we're poised to make our biggest impact yet, with an all-electric fleet for a carbon-neutral future. Because perhaps the greatest mark Mercedes-Benz can leave upon the world is to leave no mark at all.
You know, having an impressive golf game isn't complicated as long as you've got strong fundamentals, like 5G. AT&T 5G has strong fundamentals in place, so it's fast, reliable, and secure. The fastest nationwide 5G network, in fact. Now, watch me try out my new putter. Hole in one! I don't play golf.
It's not complicated. AT&T 5G is now the fastest nationwide 5G network.
Out at the 12th, Cabrera Bayo, this for birdie. Oh, well judged.